All right, we're going to do something a little bit different here.
Good.
We're going to do a point of view video here as I went through my neighborhood on one of my lunch breaks from work just to see what was available to take photos of. I got a cheap little action cam type thing that I can use for a point of view. Quality's not that great, and with the little necklace mount it also doesn't necessarily give me the greatest thing. Here we've got some of the cherry blossoms that are prevalent in the spring. Here's another shot, a little bit more of a close-up. Really like this one, how it turned out with the paint all in it. All right, here I am taking a longer shot of that tree up ahead, and I'm not sharing that with you. It really didn't turn out, wasn't what I was hoping for, but trying a little bit of everything as I go here. All right, and we see we've got quite a few flowers that are coming up here in the spring. This house here has a number of the yellow daffodils. Now, if you'll notice on the camera, I actually went ahead and put a small action cam on top of the well. Thought, hey, I can go ahead and share a little bit of footage from the camera point of view as well as my own point of view with the camera that I'm wearing. However, the video files from that camera were simply unusable. The computer would not play them. I can play them fine on the camera, so I don't know if it was something with the camera itself or a corrupted card, but next time I'll try that, and hopefully we'll get something different if I can do that. All right, these little flowers are kind of neat. I don't know what they are. They kind of vine over the fence here from this person's house. They've got some little buds certainly on some of them, not quite opened up, a lot of them that are open. And I kind of tried a few different angles and shots as I was going and came up with this that I really liked as well. So it's actually amazing what you can do just on a quick neighborhood walk to see the different types of shots. Don't have to go real far. Oh, I upset the dogs apparently. In this section here we've got some dogs that like to bark at anybody walking by. But I enjoy these little yellow flowers. Again, kind of a bushy, viney type plant there, but not necessarily the easiest to photograph. But I found some more here. Nice plain background here to kind of help that yellow pop out. Might have been better if I had a little bit more of a blue sky behind it showing that, but we'll go with what we've got here. All right, I've gotten away from the dogs a little bit. This little blue house on the corner here, it's right across from the middle school, but they've got a number of different flowers here. Got some tulips. Tulips, definitely one of my favorites and something that I enjoy shooting. There's such a wide variety of them. The only thing I didn't like about that shot is I could still see a little bit of that chain link fence in the background. Didn't quite blur it out completely, but again, I wish the video from that action cam on top of my camera actually worked so that you could see some of that. Might have made this video a little more interesting, I don't know. Again, it's something that I may try again. Let me know in the comments if you like this kind of format, if you want me to try again, and see if we can get some of the camera view happening on that as well. All right, just a little bit further down the sidewalk, another variety of tulip. I'm going to go ahead and get some of that as well and see if I could come up with something. I enjoy trying to get some shots from different locations where you really would have no idea that I was right next to the street, the sidewalk, the fence, that type of thing. To really, get that and come up with something new on that. Again, we've got some more daffodils. So usually in my area, the daffodils are kind of the first sign of spring. If they start coming up, they start blooming, you know that spring is coming. And a lot of times they precede most of the other flowers, or many of the other flowers at least. And so it's kind of nice to see them, and hey, we're getting into some of the warmer days as we go. And again, on my walk here, I did a kind of a different combination of one using the live view on the LCD screen, as well as using the viewfinder, depending on what I was shooting and what the angle was. Certainly for some of these that are a bit lower, I wanted to use that LCD screen just so I don't have to get down on the ground and really, get into a little more of a uncomfortable position in doing so. So this actually works really well. I can still frame things up. Here I was trying some different focus points, trying to focus on different ones of these little purple flowers, just to kind of experiment and see which one would turn out the best for me. So spent a little bit of time here. Kind of happy with what you just saw, but these are kind of an interesting flower. And this type of thing is where I really wish at times that, oftentimes, that I had a macro lens, so I was actually able to get a little bit closer and really get some more detail on some of these flowers. Coming up here, another house down the street is actually where I got some of my favorite shots of the walk. These little flowers, I'm not sure if this was some type of a tulip, I believe. But I really liked kind of the curvature of the leaves surrounding the flower and so on. And just kind of that color, that soft pink with the yellow in the middle, really came down to making a very nice shot here, I thought. And I spent a little bit of time here, certainly on this side, and then just a little bit, I'm going to kind of shift over a little bit and get some from a different angle as well. I think right in there is pretty much my favorite shot of that series, I think. So there. I'm just gonna get a little bit more and then continue on my walk. And all of this is within a mile, maybe half a mile from my house. Quite a variety of different flowers, flowering trees, and so on that really announce that spring is here, spring has sprung. We're really into that. And I lucked out that I had a decent day weather-wise. We had some clouds in the sky, of course, but it wasn't raining. The temperatures were nice. It wasn't too cold, definitely not warm. Oh, now every neighborhood is only complete if they have a pink house. Walked past here several times, finally went, I might go ahead and get a photo here. Looks like they're doing some yard work as well. But yes, the greater variety of house colors, the better. I say that somewhat in jest. We had a couple houses actually across from ours that a few years ago, one was a bright blue and the other one was a bright green. And they were definitely something to behold. Again, one of the flowering trees. Get a few shots there. All right, you might notice that there are some of the trash cans on the street here telling me this was garbage day, which in my neighborhood is Monday. All right, now this tree's got a little bit of these little fungus of some type on it that kind of make for an interesting little subject. Kind of enjoy seeing that, kind of stepped up there. I don't know what these would be called. I don't want to necessarily call them mushrooms per se, but they're certainly in that family, in the fungus here. I've got another shot or two of these, and that pretty much is going to wrap up my lunchtime walk as I go through those. Now, kind of in the crook of the tree, we got some of the fungus, and we've got some of those blooms, the petals that have fallen in there, giving that little pink path there as well. All right, a couple more photos that had come along. This was in front of one of the houses, and then we've got another tree come up there. But thank you so much for watching. Take care, and God bless you, everyone.